fatigue, it ain't no friend to me.
What's up, friend and family? It's your boy, the motivational teacher to the masses, coming again to bring you another edition of these hits, high intensity trainings. And this one shall be no different. If you would, please hit that like button. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And like I always say, if they can't grow with you, they can't go with you. So find 4 or 5 people to send this to, tag them in it, type their name in the box, let them get this information. I do believe that this information can be the bridge to get you from where you are today to where you want to be tomorrow. My people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge. That's why. And I think this could be the bridge. So I just want to pop on. Y'all know how we're doing it. We've been so busy with this AAU season traveling everywhere that we haven't really been to training as much in the morning. So now we're here at training. We're getting that work, which gives me the opportunity to pop on here and break a little bread. But even before I get into your beliefs, your behaviors, and then the results, I do want to start this morning off with gratitude. I was speaking with my aunt yesterday, and my aunt and I had a conversation that where she just was telling me about all the great things that are being done in our family and what the people in the family are doing. And I just felt excited because I kind of looked over most of the awesomeness that's going on in my family. And my aunt reminded me that we came from a 3-bedroom trailer in Waverly, Alabama. And just to hear of some of the success stories out of my family lineage, I want to start this morning with praise, man. I want to start this work this morning with gratitude, understanding that, man, like our lives, the life that we are, the life that we live right now, that we're in a good spot. That it might not be the spot that we desire at this moment in time, but nonetheless, you are alive. You have all your members are working. I heard somebody tell a story that said there was one guy that complained about having no shoes. And he always complained about having no shoes until he met the guy who had no feet. And that changed his mindset from complaining about not having shoes to being grateful for having feet. And I'm asking us to be in that moment, in that spirit of gratitude this morning, where we're looking at what we do have and we're not looking at what we don't have. And we want a spirit of gratitude this morning as we break into this bread, because I got to tell you, man, it could be a lot worse. I know that's not the word you want to hear from a motivational speaker, but I do want to tell you it could be worse. You could be the guy with no feet. What's up, Q? Thanks for joining us, bro. You could be the guy with no feet. So stop complaining about not having shoes. Your boy just broke bread, and I haven't even got into the message yet. I just broke bread right there. Let's start it off with gratitude. I'm thankful that I'm thankful right now that I'm not hungry. I'm thankful right now that all my members of my body, I'm thankful right now that I don't have any no major issues going on in my life. And in these moments where we have gratitude is actually the moments where you build. I'm breaking bread already. You build in moments where there are no stressors on your life. And what most of us do, we take small problems and we make them big problems. And these ant beds become mountains because we rehearse them and we replay them in our minds so much that this small problem has now become a mountain, which all the whole time it was just an ant bed. We made it a mountain by the rehearsing of our mind and our fear and our insecurity and our anxiety. We made it that. We made it that based on our own motives, thought processes. And now you all stressed and you worked up and you can't build. I'm telling you, when you don't have the diagnosis of somebody, you just got cancer, or a loved one just died unexpectedly, or your kids are doing well. I mean, they don't gotta be doing perfect, but they're breathing and they're in their right mind, and they ain't got it figured out. But I know when they grow old, they won't depart from it. I approach it from that mindset, so I gotta be thankful. Oh my God, I feel, boy, that's a bread breaking moment. Oh, we want it to be perfect. No, 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 no. This ain't about perfection. This is about being thankful, having gratitude. Man, let's start the day with that's a 5-minute intro that I had no idea I was gonna be on that for 5 minutes. I just want to pop in and say, man, let's practice gratitude today. Let's be thankful for what we do have. And let's put less emphasis on what we don't have. Let's work what we have because that's the part of you that can create the life that you've always wanted. But hey, that's another conversation. But I wanted to get into this conversation this morning. I didn't mean to do that 5 minutes, but I think somebody out there who will log in later on, Q, I think they needed to hear that. So I believe we are a yielded vessel. And so I think that came because somebody needed to hear that. So this morning, I wanted to pop into this conversation, man, because when you adopt a growth mindset, when you really live every day and you say, today I want to be better, I want to learn, I want to grow more than I was yesterday, the world truly becomes your library. The world truly becomes your library. Man, I learned last weekend a lesson that was so phenomenal by watching my own kid. And I'm telling you, some of us out of the mouths of babes come perfected praise. I was amazed because you know when you see work, but you know when you see God. Last weekend, my son, my 14-year-old, was able to win the Nike EYBL Peace Jam. Nobody in the country, for some of you all that don't know what that is, that's equivalent to 8th grade NCAA tournament for college teams. It's almost the same format. You play a whole season, which they play different areas throughout the year. You get seedings, and the top teams in the country come together. They put them all in one building and say, duke it out, almost like the NCAA tournament. So my son said a year ago, 6 months ago, I see people starting to hop on this live stream. If you would, man, hop in there with Q, man. Let me know you out here. Don't come in somebody's house and don't say what's up. Let me know you out there, man. I want to break bread with you. Come on in. We all friends and family here. So they went out and they played in this tournament, and nobody expected them to win. They had to beat teams that had beat them by 20 points or more in different sessions to get to that tournament. And what I learned was when we were on our way home after winning that trophy, the Peace Jam trophy, my son played me back a video that he said, "What's up, Edwin? Thanks for joining us, brother." That said that he wanted to win this six. He said one of the people that were interviewing him asked him, "What are your major goals?" He said, "Oh yeah, number one, I want to win Peace Jam, and number two, I want to have a successful varsity season." He said that 6 months ago, and in my mind, I'm telling you, like I'm being fully transparent. I ain't got it all together. In my mind, I'm thinking like what all had to come together to win Peace Jam. I'm saying Elite Eight, Final Four finish, would be admirable. You've done your job. Congratulations. No, this dude said he wanted to win it. And guess what he did? He won it. We were down by 20 in the championship game, and we came all the way back to beat them by 17. Now, this taking me into my conversation. I ain't rambling. Your boy, I'm not rambling. This is bringing me into my conversation. It's about belief. AJ had 16 points in the second half. He left the first half with his nosebleed, came back down. This team was down by 20. He had 16 in the second half. I'm talking about belief. I'm talking about belief. No matter what your circumstances are, no matter what your situation is, what's your level of belief? And see, I think it's two levels of belief. Number one, I think it's belief in God. That's number one. And number two, I think it's my level of belief in me. One dictates the other. Oh my God, I'm about to break bread. Oh my God, I am about to break bread. What is your level of belief? Number one, your belief in God, but number two, your belief in you. See, I'm telling you about life. Life for me ain't been no crystal stair. You go, come on, Langston Hughes. It had crooks in it. It had rocks in it. It's torn. I mean, it ain't been perfect. But what's your level when you're in that valley? Yea, though I walk down the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. Why? Because what's my level of belief? See, your belief will determine your behaviors. If, yea, though, I like that transition. I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Why? Thy rod, thy staff. Why? That's what I'm saying. Why? Although you're in this game, I'm talking about life, but life is equivalent to the game he was in this weekend. And I'm telling y'all, there's no greater teacher about life than a team sport. So you're in this battle. You're in this battle. You know what your beliefs are, but your results saying I'm down by 20. But I do believe, I said it 6 months ago, I only want to win. Do you fold when you're down by 20? Or do you level up your beliefs to say, I got to increase my behavior? Oh, it's bread breaking this morning. I'm making this plain. See, the world is my library. I have no problem from learning from my kids. I have no problem from learning from your kids. I have no problem from learning from kindergartners, first graders, 3-year-olds, 2-year-olds. I have no problem learning from your kids. Why, motivational teacher? Because the world is the library. You're down by 20. What is your belief? Your belief will drive your behaviors. If you believe you cannot win the game, you will quit at that moment and you will lose by 40. When your belief is stronger than what your current circumstances are right now. When I believe more than what I see, I increase my behaviors. See, some of us are so worried about, we're so afraid of what we might lose that we forget about what we might gain. We're so afraid of what they're going to say about us. We're so afraid about what is the price of winning? What is the price of success? Marianne Williamson said, it ain't your darkness that most fears you. It's your light that you most fear. Like, man, I'm watching these kids and they come in and out the gym. We got them doing some little stuff out here, and I'm watching it, and I'm looking at the ones in the back. I'm like, what's your level of belief? What's your level of belief? Your belief is going to drive your behavior. If your behaviors are not to the level that's expected, that tells me that either your belief in God or your belief in you has been compromised. Gideon was a mighty man, a mighty warrior. Gideon was a mighty warrior who was sitting in the wine press hiding because he did not know his level of belief of who he was not where it needed to be. God, Q said Paris is full of top athletes. They believe so much so that they did the work. They got the right behaviors, and the behaviors drove them to Paris. Everybody, Q, you brought me somewhere now. Everybody want to go to Paris, but nobody wants to believe and nobody wants to do the work. Man, I heard a story. I can't remember the young lady's name, but she had worked so hard to get to the Olympics. She had worked so hard to get to the Olympics, and then she tore her knee like 4 months before the last Olympics and couldn't make it. And they was talking about how she improved over the last 4 years to get to this place. You know, she believed that when I was in the valley, it can't stop me, and she did the work. You can't have a Paris mindset with no work ethic, with no belief pattern. I'm challenging. See, we leveling up. Man, we about to go to 2025. We're leveling up. I've been saying the same thing 8 years, multiple different ways. Awaken Your I Am. I did 2 years on Awaken Your I Am. That's your belief pattern. That's your belief pattern. Can God do it through me? Do you believe? I got to go. When I leave here, I got a speaking engagement. I'm speaking to 30 young men between the age of 9 and 14. Exceptional young men, 9 to 14. I can't wait to have this conversation because it's the same one I'm having with you. You'll never do the work if you don't believe you can have the results. Faith, the Bible says it this way: faith without works are dead being alone. You have to connect the work to the belief, to the behaviors to get the final results. Your boy just broke bread. If you got belief without the behaviors, no results. If you got the behaviors without the belief, no results. If you want massive success in your life and you want to fulfill the overall potential of which God has sent you to earth to manifest, beliefs plus behaviors plus the work equal results. Other than that, we're all hamsters on a wheel. We're the most intelligent, the most powerful, the most biggest change agent on earth that's just riding around the hamster wheel. And most of us will get to the pearly gates, and we have to give an account for this time we've been on earth. And we're going to have to get there and say, and he's going to say, hey, I gave you 3 shekels, where are my 6? And most of us are going to be in a position where we only taking 3 back. And I don't care about, this is just me, we're according to Anthony, you can do all the good you can. And I want you to do all the good you can. But God has sent you here for a specific purpose. He told Mary, you were doing many things. You're doing too many things. God has sent you here on purpose. He sent you here on purpose. And just floating around earth is not good enough when God has created you for a day and a time such as this. It's time to turn up the activity. Dreams come by much activity. Absolutely, in the right areas. It's time to make that transition. Up your level of belief, increase your behaviors, increase your work. Results will follow. Stop looking for the results without the proud 3. You'll never get them. And let's always be in the mindset of gratitude. That's what's up, Rod. Thanks for joining us, bro. Always practice gratitude. I know, trust me, I'm not oblivious. I'm in this earth with you. I know there are always reasons for us to always have a reason to complain. Life ain't perfect. But I'm asking us to find what's good about your life, and let's dwell on that, because in the midst of that is the seed to grow the life and the results that you ultimately want. It's your boy, the motivational teacher to the masses. I appreciate you all popping in here on this early Saturday morning. And again, until next time, I'm challenging you to wage war on mediocrity. Your boy is out.
It ain't no friend to me. Wage a war against mediocrity. It ain't no friend to me.